Kid Mila Falcha, how you all doing? Now, whether you want to run as an unstoppable ice dragon, a fire dragon, electric stormtrooper dragon, or of course, a toxic dragon, Chroma is of course my favourite Warframe. He complements the part of Warframe gameplay that I enjoy the most, and that of course is the gunplay, because he boosts our weapons while making him a huge pain in the arse to kill at the same time. I know, it is of course another Chroma video, but it's been over a year since I made my last Chroma build video, and we have got new mods that have helped amplify him even more than he was already, and in doing so it has given us more options of when to run or what to run with our dragon of choice. Now, Chroma is a pain in the arse to farm if you're looking to build all of the components needed to actually get your hands on a Chroma Warframe. He's also a Warframe that's apparently in line for a rework somewhere down the line. Hopefully they won't use that magic word, you know, the word synergy. Hopefully they won't use that, because some frames have got that synergy treatment and it didn't seem to work out. Now, Ice Chroma is my preferred tank, and in this video I will show my 3 different Ice Chroma builds, 2 high power strength builds, and of course a welfare build for new players and players who just want to kill shit on the cheap. Now, on my channel I've got about 11, maybe 12 Chroma videos, because of course he is my favourite Warframe, and they're already in a playlist if you want to delve a bit more into how you can play with your Chroma, whether you want to run with a fire, electric, toxic, or of course an ice Chroma. The oldest of these videos will go into Chroma with a lot more detail than some of the later ones, so if you want to check those out, the playlist of course will be in this video's description. Now, an ice tank Chroma depends heavily on his second and his third ability, third, and will pretty much ignore his first and his fourth. His second ability, Elemental Ward, will give Chroma an armor buff that will increase depending on of course your power strength. It will also reflect damage back onto enemies and also affect them with a cold status proc, which will reduce their movement speed and of course their rate of fire by 50%. So this ability on its own is an incredible one that can crowd control, reflect damage, increase your armor, and can also buff teammates with the same effect if they're standing relatively close to you, but the range on this ability is absolutely abysmal. Now, his Vex Armor ability will give you a Scorn and a Fury buff, which will increase your armor and of course your weapon damage output. These buffs scale also off your power strength as well. More power strength means larger buffs, which in turn makes you much harder to kill and deal crazy amounts of damage. There is a reason that so many players are now using Chroma to wipe out those Eidolon limbs, and it's simply because that Fury buff can have him one-shotting them. Now, the Scorn buff is gained by losing shields, and the Fury buff is gained by losing health from your Chroma. So you want to lose a bit of shield to gain the Scorn, and you want to lose some health to gain that Fury buff. To gain your maximum Scorn buff, depending on your power strength, you only need to lose 400 shield. Now, a few tips to help you with regards losing that 400 shield or getting your shield to around that would be to bring a low ranked Vigor to help buff up your shields above that 400. Or you could bring a Raxa Kubro who can replenish shields once you lose it, or a Sentinel, or some of the new Augur mods that you can get out on the plains of Eidolon, which will replenish your shield depending on the amount of energy that you spend on abilities. Arcane Barrier and Arcane Aegis are also solid choices, but honestly though, simply by equipping 2 of those new Augur mods, Augur Message and Augur Secrets, on their own are very nice alternatives, and you don't lose too much in terms of stat weights with regards power strength and so on. So those are mods definitely that I would run with, and I would prefer to run with over maybe an Arcane Barrier or an Arcane Aegis. It basically gives you a chance to run with Arcane Grace and Arcane Energize if you have those either, or if you don't, it doesn't fucking matter. Now, switching a Rage mod or a Hunter Adrenaline mod in for a Prime Flow or a Flow is of course an option, but on their own, Vex Armor and Elemental Ward with say a max power strength build will cost you just under 200 energy each time you cast both of those abilities. So that's a choice that you're going to have to make for yourself. Me personally, I prefer Flow for having that larger energy pool to actually pull from when casting abilities. So in basic terms, more power strength on your Ice Chroma means more destruction. Duration and power is all you really should need on an Ice Tank Chroma, but if you feel like you need more efficiency, then Streamline, Rage or Hunter Adrenaline are good solid options. Which of course leads us up to the most important part of the video. How do I run my Ice Tank Chroma now with some of these new mods that have been added into the game in the last year? These are my different configurations. I've got a 299 power strength Ice Tank Chroma, I've got a 323 power strength Ice Tank Chroma, And of course at the end I've got a welfare tank as well for players who may not have the mods that I have and may need to see a different way or a different variation of how to build a tank that's just as good. Of course, tweak your builds to suit your own playstyle, more duration, efficiency, or whatever the hell you like. Once you're having fun, who gives a fuck? If you're new to Warframe and looking to build a Chroma, then simply complete the New Strange quest, which you can get from Samaras on any relay, and then get all of Chroma's blueprint parts from completing junctions. But if you have him already, then by all means let me know in the comment section below what you think of Chroma. Like I said, the playlist for all of my Chroma videos is in the description of this video if you want to check that out. But what kind of rework for Chroma or synergy are you hoping for? I'll be honest, I think his number 1 and his number 4 is all that I want to see tweaked. I really don't want to see his Vex or his Ward touched at all. I like the numbers that they deal, the damage that they deal, and of course the damage mitigation you get from those as well. And I would hate to see them nerfed in any little way. But then again, he is my favourite Warframe, and I'm sure in the past when some of you guys have had your favourite Warframe changed or reworked or whatever, you weren't happy with certain aspects of it, so I get over it eventually. Do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.